Alright, what's going on? In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Marvel Legends Retro 90s Spider-Man, the Superposable Spider-Man.
Nice outfit. Don't tell me, you're a Leo, right?
Alright, I have been so excited to review this figure. This is, like I said, the superposable action Spider-Man, the newer sculpt, the newer body mold, whatever, in the 90s version. And just look at the packaging on this guy is so nice. I actually picked up three. One just to review, one to modify and customize, and one to keep on mint on card. We got the nice little animated Spidey on the side, like a little graphic of him. This is the Spidey we all know and love. This is like one of the best versions of Spider-Man in TV. Besides, like, Spectacular Spider-Man was pretty good. And who else? Drake Bell was kind of good as Spider-Man too. But like I said, here's a read-up of this one and some info on the back and his graphic. Again, we're going to get a nice 360 of the figure, and we're going to go ahead and just take it out of the box, get a review of everything, you know. And also, we're going to be reviewing the rest of the figures in this series and the exclusives, including Black Cat on this channel. So stay tuned for that. All those are actually posted if you're watching this video. But yeah, really nice. Take him out of the box. Here he is posed up in a very Spider-Man-y, Spider-Man-like way. And great articulation on this guy. They weren't kidding when they said superposable. A lot of double joints, butterfly joints, whatever you want to call them. And it's just very pleasing to look at, very aesthetic. And it just looks really true to Spider-Man, or a great version of him. And he's just about at 6 inches. And for accessories, he comes with just 3. He comes with some webbed whipping hands and an alternate head, which is more like a John Romita Sr. Spider-Man look. Really nice though. I like this one too. I just want to pose it with the other one. It's just a little nicer. And it's the reason I bought it. That's like the more 90s version. But here's this one. And this one even looks more like 1960s or 1970s. So it's cool. You get like different eras of Spider-Man with these two different head sculpts. Kind of nice. And like I said, there's the whipping hands, also very cool. Look at that, some great detailing and some great paint on there. Oh, it dropped one of them. And I wish he did come with at least wall crawling hands or something. I mean, they didn't even have to throw in webs. Maybe just wall crawling hands would have been nice, since he is superposable. And I know the stupid new negative Spider-Man is getting those hands. No, I don't want to buy that figure. I hope nobody buys that figure and it peg worms, so they stop making dumb exclusives. But there's how to pop off the head, just a nice little unscrew and a peg joint. Be careful, you can kind of mess it up. But he does look really nice with this other one. I gotta have him with this 90s grunge Spider-Man. Well, not grunge, but just edgy Spider-Man, I guess. And there's just a look at the other one in case you wanted to see it. And overall, he can look up pretty far. You just have a weird disconnect because if you snap the head on a little bit too tight, it'll get weird. So be careful with that. You don't want to do that. And here he is, just kind of plain pose, you know, whipping some bad guys up. And we're going to test the superposability. We're going to go look at the articulation and test this guy out. He does have the great range of motion on the head. He also has a nice swivel at the bicep, double bend at the elbow, swivel at the wrist, swivel at the ankle. Nice torso articulation, legs bend very far back, all the way back, double bend at the knee joint, swivel at the calf or boot, thigh, whatever you want to call it. Actually, on both of them, we have a swivel at the thigh, and then we have a swivel at the boot or calf area, and like a little bend at the ankle too. So really nice that we get all these. What do we count these up? Like what, 30 points of articulation or something total? Pretty nice, and it does justice to Spider-Man, a character that of course does have a lot of crazy ass dynamic poses. And yeah, there he is again. Just kind of pose him up in a more plain version. And just put him back there. Overall, really nice though. And the sculpt, like I said, the sculpt and paint, just fantastic. I know a lot of people say that they maybe don't like the, I guess, too muscular for them. But I think it's great. I mean, it looks cool. I do like the Pizza Spider-Man 2. I'll be doing a comparison of those two in another video. But this is great, like just a more adult version of Spider-Man, I guess, maybe less teenage looking. And the boots and everything, it's just so classic. You can't go wrong. These ankle kind of articulation pivot points are kind of weak on the figure. You got to be careful with them sometimes. They do make it a little difficult to stand. But he does pose well, and he poses easily if you just have a little bit of patience, you know. So yeah. And like I said, proof is in the pudding. Just some badass poses for this guy. Kind of, you know, webbing some thugs up. And just aerial attack, more webbing. I wish this guy came with more web accessories. That would have made this figure perfect. But here's the two of them. Like I said, I bought 3. These are the 2 I have out of box, and 1 mint on card. But you had to have gotten both just for the sake of it. They're so cool. And I gotta rate this figure. If I had to give him a rating, definitely 10 out of 10. Just like the Japanese Spider-Man. Just because there's just nothing wrong with it, really.
Do the Mets need me or what?
Great articulation, great sculpt. It's fucking Spider-Man, the best character in his most classic version, and it's true to form. So yeah, that is why it is getting a 10 of 10, and it is actually going in the Hall of Fame of figures on this channel. I will be making that Hall of Fame list later and updating it soon with each Hall of Fame figure that gets put in. But Spider-Man will be going in there. And stay tuned on this channel for reviews of the rest of the Spider-Man retro wave, including Kingpin, you know, Mysterio, Black Cat, and I will be getting J. Jonah Jameson and the Cyborg Spider-Man when they come out. But thank y'all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see y'all later. Peace.